everybody, and welcome to the Industry Show. My name is James Winborn. Today, I'm honored to have Chris Cream here on set with me. What's up, bro?
Hey, bro, how you doing?
Hey, man, thank you for being here, man. Thank you so much. I always like to start off with a little background story about how did you even get into acting? What was that start like?
Wow.
Yeah, it's always a wow moment.
I think when you've been doing it for a long time, there's always a backtrack of your beginning. For me, my first time being on stage as an actor in any way, shape, or form was a childhood in a play in church.
I've been there, yes.
And I remember at the end of it, everybody's like, "Oh, hey, oh!" I'm like, "What is this?"
Right.
You might have been a tree or
right. right.
Anything like that. But that's my earliest memory of being on stage, and it was something that was, I'm like tiny, put there, and then after that, it was just continual until I decided to not be on stage at a certain point when I was on athletics in high school.
Got you. Okay.
But yeah, it was like mad early on.
Mad early.
Yeah.
So do you remember? I mean, of course, it could be later in your life, but do you remember your first time on set, like being an actor, and what was that like for you? What was that?
So even then, even my early stage play stuff, not as a child, but maybe as a adolescent, I had like professional teachers.
Okay.
Who had the same professional teachings and etiquette as a Broadway play. You didn't know it at that point.
Oh yeah.
But by the time I stepped into doing, let's call it real production, I realized I already had professional training.
Oh wow. That's an advantage.
Oh my goodness, it was a serious advantage.
Heck of advantage, yeah.
Yeah, because you understand language and how to open up to the stage versus,
That's so important. I'm so glad you said that.
Bro, they demanded it.
Yeah.
They demanded it. I'm a kid, and then they're like, "No, you can't." And they're like beating you in the head over that. So shout out to Mr. White. Particularly he jumps into mine.
Okay.
And he raised generations of professional actors before they actually stepped out into the entertainment world. But after that, I remember, like after high school and college and everything, I went to college for a bit, and I wound up like stumbling back into the thespian field, and there was a play that was being produced, and it was casting, and I went out for it, and it was a production of The Wiz.
Okay.
It was gonna go on. It was I don't want to call it an offshoot, but something like The Wiz.
Okay.
Big production. They were casting it down at Rutgers, and I went out for it, and it never went anywhere. It didn't get there, but it gave me the bug back.
Right.
So from there, I wound up finding myself in like Mike Lemon casting. Shout out to Mike Lemon. Mike used to cast right here in Callow Hill. All of Denzel's movies, they used to come here. He did all of those.
Okay.
So I went through like training classes in his building, from commercial and different things like that. Where you're just learning, like you're just knocking on doors. There's no internet. So you find yourself into those places right there, and to get some opportunity. That's when I did Beloved and Snake Eyes and a couple of things early on. Oh, you're on set,
right?
In those spaces.
That training is important. It really is. You see the difference too.
Oh yeah.
When you deal with actors on set, and you could tell they came from a training background, or I just want to do this for fun type thing.
And here's the thing: when the training I had from stage was one thing, but by the time I got into Mike Lemon casting, the things I knew from stage didn't.
Yeah.
They weren't the same skill sets.
Yeah, you notice the difference instantly.
Oh, it's a definite.
Yeah.
It's a complete difference. It's respect to both.
Right.
But it's a complete difference in what and how you have to convey it as the actor for the medium that you're portraying,
right?
Be it the stage, the film, or the television. The stage, the film, or the television.
Right.
Because it could be a television series, not necessarily meant for the film. So
absolutely,
there's the different emotional space that you can project from.
Right. So. Okay. So how do you prepare for a role mentally or emotionally, or emotionally, I should say? What's your preparation for that?
Um, if I can have conversation with the writer,
Hmm.
um, and get a little bit of what they're thinking,
Hmm.
like, tell me about Jimmy.
Right. Right.
What was you thinking when you wrote Jimmy?
Okay.
Like, and they
Hmm.
give me, oh, Jimmy is such and such. They get lit up.
Right.
Um, and they might tell me, and I'll ask, well, I won't give away too much,
Hmm.
but I'll ask eyeball questions
Right.
about Jimmy so I could pluck his emotional center.
So let me stop you and ask you a quick question about that. Is that process sometimes challenging to embody someone else? Because you don't have a whole lot of time usually to do that. But is that because you're only hearing a couple words? How he's this, he's that, he's that, and then
So,
is that process hard? This is for the actors out there that want to learn this.
okay, being that I've had the privilege of picking up a character,
Hmm.
a two-dimensional character, and making them three-dimensional,
Hmm.
or having to portray a character.
Okay, two different things.
That's
Yeah.
two different things
Hmm.
exclusively.
Hmm.
Um, I'll give you Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther,
Hmm.
and then I'll give you him as James Brown. One's acting and one's portraying.
Right. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Right. Yeah.
So when it comes to
Absolutely.
that right
Good
there,
point. Okay.
when it comes to that right there, you have to look at it through a certain lens.
Hmm.
Because if I have to portray James Brown, then I have to really study him. I got to become him. So for me, as an actor, with Grimes,
Hmm.
the character I portray, he's based on a real person.
Hmm.
I had the privilege of knowing some backstory on him,
Uh-huh.
and having seen him in motion.
Right.
He didn't know, and I didn't know in that moment a
Hmm.
couple things, but I watched him.
Hmm.
So I had a little study on him to be
Right.
able to portray him,
Hmm.
because I did a character study in the moment where I was like, yo, this guy is.
Hmm. Right.
This is before I portrayed him.
Right. Okay.
Uh, Whereas other characters, where you may give me something in the script, and you might. So if I have to ask you, well, who is he?
Hmm.
Who is he to you?
Hmm.
Oh, he's the town badass, or he's the such and such, or he's
Right.
the da da da. Okay,
Hmm.
well, what's the such and such? And you'll give me that. And
Right.
okay, got you.
Got you. Right.
Then I can put legs on it.
Yeah. Then you can
however I
run with
choose
it.
to. Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay. So when you're on set, do you stay in character off camera, or do you separate yourself sometime and just don't want to be taught to stay in character? What is your?
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
I try to do that on here.
That's a good question.
It probably varies, right?
It does.
Probably, yeah.
It does.
In general, then.
It does.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You can get, like, I've played a lot of police officers, various types of police officers.
Mhm.
Some good, some bad, because I'm willing to shave my face.
Okay.
A lot of people won't.
Right.
I'm willing to keep it close cut.
Right.
A couple different things like that about that.
Mhm.
Off a certain portrayal, and I get that.
Mhm.
But at the same time, if I grow it in and throw a little grizzly on, I can play a good sinister. Or
Mhm.
if I throw the variance of what this character will do.
Right.
What you see me as a writer, yo, Cream, play this villain. So I'm like, well, who is he?
Right.
How can we go with it?
Right.
Because and then there's people you call on. Like, I don't have to. I know a lot of people from a lot of different cross sections of life. So, like, I embody a lot of them in various roles.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
who is he?
Mhm.
Oh, I know him.
Right. Right. I dealt with him before. Right. Okay.
Oh, I know that guy. Well,
Uh-huh.
that's my dude. I just
Right.
love him.
Right.
Oh, watch this.
Uh-huh.
I could have brought him.
That's
He could have
easy.
did better than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on set.
To your point,
Yeah.
the staying in character part. It depends on how long the day is.
Mhm.
But yeah, you kind of want to stay inside of your rhythms
Mhm.
and your energy, regardless of what, because you want to lock in.
Right. Yeah.
You want to lock in.
It's
'Cause
important too.
Yeah, you want to lock in. And that doesn't mean that you're standoffish or don't want to be bothered.
Right.
It just means that when it's time for us to go, I'm ready for you and you ready for me. Otherwise, we both playing and it's gonna look like that when it comes out.
Have you ever taken a character home? And it's like what? Like who just walked in here and you're stuck in that mode that you just left?
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? When again that character Grimes.
Mm-hmm.
I tell this story often because there's a young lady who I grew up with from like childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I say childhood, I'm talking about church kids.
Right.
Her grandpop is up on the front pews. My dad's the preacher.
Right.
In church.
Mm-hmm.
This character comes out X amount of years later on Chase Street. Shout out to Chase Street.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the character Grimes evolves from.
Mm-hmm.
And I see her after, you know, people see this character and they're like, yo, that cop is crazy. Like,
Right.
Ooh, what's up? But he's based on a real person.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't write that.
Right.
I was cast as it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I run into her in the neighborhood. And she walks up and like, yo. I mean, gives me the nastiest look.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what's up? You got that in you? How you play that role, like, right? Like, and she like really looked at me funny for like a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
Like, gave me like a cold shoulder.
Right, right.
And same thing with what was that? I was on For My Man.
Mm-hmm.
I was on For My Man.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know, are you familiar with that show?
No, I'm not. No.
So that's a crime documentary where it's based on true story. True
Okay.
crime. And they just reenact
All right. Okay.
crime.
Mm-hmm.
Girlfriend did whatever for her dude.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the crime story is, the crime story is. I
Right.
played a character in a crime story that
Right.
was written in
Right.
Bethesda, Maryland, wherever this was.
Right.
Where this was. I was just a character.
Right.
Boom. There's a friend of mine who they religiously watch that station where these crime docs are always on.
On it, right.
ID channel or whatever, it's always on there. So they've seen this rerun 1,000 times, probably a million times more than me. But apparently my face is always on it. I go over the house one day to help with a repair on something. I knock on the door, and the daughter answers the door. She opens it and immediately slams it in my face. I'm like, yo,
What?
I was like, yo, is Tracy here?
Mm-hmm.
She said, Mom, this guy is at the door. She comes and opens the door and she looks. She opens it up. She just busts out laughing.
Uh-huh.
She goes, my bad, Cream.
I
Told you
get
I
it.
got a boy that's always on TV.
I get it.
She said, yo, your face is always on here. And you be doing stuff. So. I'm like, oh, my God. So, yeah.
That's
man.
awesome.
Weird.
Talk about being famous, right?
Weird famous,
Right.
though, for the types of characters, bro. I'll give you another funny story.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being hangry. You ever been hangry before?
Hangry?
Yeah, say it. Hangry.
Does it just like it sounds? Hangry?
You reach the point where you need to eat, so you're a little bit angry at
Oh,
the
okay, I
point.
got you. I wasn't sure.
Hangry.
Okay, I got you.
Right. I'm in a drive-through at a Wendy's, and it's taking forever to get my food. I'm at the right here. I'm looking
Right.
up. I'm like, the people are in the window and they're looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hot.
Right.
Summertime. I put the window down. I'm like, yo, what's
What's up? Right.
And they open it up. They go, no, my faces. I could feel the frown lines
Yeah.
in my face.
Right.
They go, excuse me. The guy got the manager shirt on.
Mm.
Are you the guy from Chase Street?
Uh-huh.
And I can immediately feel every frown line in my face. Like, oh man, yeah. I had to like digress from the aggression of
Right,
where's
right.
my food. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
And this is a part of the business now, right? Yes, that's me.
Yeah.
So what has been your favorite role so far and why that you have played? Done a lot, right?
You know what? Grimes has so much range on it because he's a real person.
Mm-hmm.
So he's around, and I know his arc,
Okay.
and we haven't really tapped into it all the way just yet.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So that's fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
To be the spinoff of Chase Street and be in the position where Grimes is now getting ready to launch here on Tubi any time now. If
Congrats.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that being said, that arc of him is so grand
Right.
that we haven't really tapped into yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun, but the character I played in Elementary with Arlen Entertainment, it was a cop.
Another good John.
yeah.
That's a good movie.
I enjoyed being the surprise hero in that flick
Mm-hmm.
because people are so used to me being a villain,
Right. Right.
and one thing or another,
That was a crazy movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That was a crazy movie.
yeah.
That was good.
He wrote
It was good.
he wrote a great story right
Yeah.
there, and that movie got a lot of when I say a lot, it was bootlegged online. It was bootlegged.
Yeah, I couldn't find it for the longest time. And I happened to stumble across it one time, and I ended up finally watching it. 'Cause I know so many people that's in the movie.
It's bootlegged on YouTube, but it's on Tubi and a few other.
Oh, it is on Tubi now.
Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah, 'cause I know when I first started looking for it, it wasn't on there.
Yeah, it's on there.
And every time you try to put it in Google, it corrects the spelling to elementary.
Now you got to capitalize.
Yeah, and
the
I
T.
was like, what is going on with this movie?
Yeah,
Yeah. But I did finally watch it, and
That's Elementary.
Yeah.
T-O-R-Y.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But that was a fun character. I did my own stunts in that movie.
Okay.
So that was February and it was freezing outside.
Yeah.
Cold.
Definitely was a wintertime movie. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I had to jump off the ledge and hit that frozen ground and do a tumble, and I'm like, it was 3 o'clock.
Let's do it again, right?
Oh my God, it was 3 o'clock in the morning, bro. It was crazy. It was
Right.
fun. It was because it gave me something more to do than just lines.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's have some fun.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward for the action figure character role to come along.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be something fun and challenging to do.
Okay. Cool. So I know we talked a lot about acting, but I understand now you're doing some directing. Behind the scenes. So what is that like? How did it come about, first of all? And what does it feel like to be on the other side of the camera now?
Well, evolution. It's evolution. I've been in it since, like I said, a child.
Right, yeah.
Having learned the progression naturally as the industry grew here.
Shout out to the industry.
Shout out to the whole entire region.
Right.
Jersey, Delaware, Philly,
Right.
and even New York. We're on the same space here, sharing the same airwaves, and shout out to all the work we're doing. North Jersey, South Jersey, Philly, and beyond, everybody. But the natural progression of being in and around professionals, like pretty much all my life, being held to that standard. When we get on set in a lot of the newer upstart companies, people like look to what I know to help push it along. We go, we move, and we go. I mean, I helped start record labels back in the day.
Okay.
I've been around.
Right?
Been around the block. So, all that being said, when you've done a couple of things, production is just a part of who you are. Creation is a part of who you are.
So as you're becoming an actor, you're looking towards maybe one day I want to direct, as you see it like coming.
I've always okay. I'm a creative, so I've always written as a poet.
Okay. Right.
Songwriter, spoken word artist, then stepping into even messing around with writing screenplays.
Right.
As that evolved, I'm a people person, so I can look at you and see you in particular roles that you may not be able to see yourself.
That's a gift.
I recognize that at this point. So I began helping with casting a long time ago, even if it were non-speaking roles. Cream, you got people who can do this, and I call this one or that.
Right.
And
I got you. Right.
Put people in places, and help just to get people's interest sparked, rooms filled or whatever the case may be. Or we might need can we get a building? Yeah, let me get a building. So from the producer standpoint, that kind of is just a network of who and what God allows me to be as a conduit in this area puts me in a natural position of I'm more than just in the front of the camera talent.
Mm-hmm.
Though I can be that,
Have more value.
I got more value
Yeah.
more to bring to the table. Than,
Mm-hmm.
and so when it came to the directing part, it was something that kind of happened on set uh, naturally
Mm-hmm.
because I had done a lot of the casting in a particular film.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew people's skill sets. I know why I called them to the table.
Right.
Where the characters were written, it was like, okay, I could see this, I could see that, and I know, boop, 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 and I
Mm-hmm.
reached out, and that web came together that filled in the other pieces to the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of like co-directed, but because 2/3 of it was here, it was like, all right, come here, this is what, now he needs you to do this,
Mm-hmm.
move to the left.
Mm-hmm.
As an
Right.
actor, like
Right.
not standing, but as
Right.
an actor, I need this part of your personality.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's why you call me Creed. That's why I called you Jimmy.
Yeah,
And then
right.
they're gonna be like, Jimmy's a dope actor. Like, I know Jimmy's multi-talented.
Right.
You didn't know this part of Jimmy's personality. I know this part of Jimmy's personality, but I know that many people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how that network would even come together, and
Okay.
then that part of the skills that will come forward to be able to make a puzzle come
Mm-hmm.
together, where the balance would be there between actors you know and actors you need to know.
Right, got you. So me being from Philadelphia and you being from Camden, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I know for me, first time I started working in the film industry, it's amazing to have a movie shot in the city that I grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
What does it feel like for you to actually shoot in the city that you grew up in Camden? How does that feel?
You're good at this.
Hey man, I'll try, man.
Yo,
I'll
you're
try.
good at this.
I'll try.
Somebody get this guy. Yo, get this guy a microphone. He's good at this right here.
What does that feel like though?
Actually, it's a huge honor. It's
Mm-hmm.
a huge honor, and it's very important to myself
Mm-hmm.
to be a conduit to things like that in my neighborhood.
Especially something positive on that, right?
As you see, my grandfather.
Okay.
This is my grandfather on my shirt. He's a pillar.
Jersey Joe Walcott.
Yeah, he's a pillar of Camden.
Okay.
He's the 4th African American heavyweight champion of all time.
Awesome.
There's a statue on the waterfront of my city of him.
Oh, that's great.
The streets named after him.
Yeah.
But I came up in an era where things was a little bit left in the city.
Yeah.
So culturally,
I mean, Camden and Philadelphia, we get the same bad rap all the
Right.
time. But when you do something positive in your city,
right.
it has to feel
Absolutely.
great,
So
you know?
having been through
Mhm.
the dark times to be
Mhm.
back on this side of it, having seen his statue get
Yeah.
erected 4 or 5 years ago now, it's you're enriching, you're putting new seeds back.
got you.
To that point, I've also been a carpenter in my city. I've helped build buildings in my city, like literally from the ground. The tallest building in my city
Mhm.
that you can see from Philly.
Mhm.
You look at our river. Are you from Camden? From
Yeah.
I,
Over by the waterfront.
from the ground up, I helped build it.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Awesome.
and other ones as well.
Mhm.
I say that to say, and that's because of that part of
Mhm.
my roots.
Right.
So to your point and your question,
Mhm.
it's all a part of the same drive.
Right.
It means a lot to me.
Oh, good.
It means a lot to me.
Mhm.
That's everything, and I
Right.
think, and that's not just unique to me. I
Mhm.
think that's to everyone who steps into the realm,
Right.
picks up a camera, picks up a script,
Mhm.
picks up a character, jumps on crew.
Mhm.
I think they all feel that same sense of pride, regardless of whether or not their grandfather has.
Right.
a statue on
Oh,
the
right,
side.
right.
You're putting something back.
Absolutely.
into your neighborhood.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what would you say has been the biggest lesson you learned so far in this journey, in the industry journey? Is there a lesson you learned, and what is the biggest?
To Nipsey's point, it's a marathon.
Mhm.
To my grandfather's legacy, it's a marathon.
Mhm.
I heard Luther Vandross say, literally, I heard him say it takes 10 years to make an overnight success. Sometimes it takes longer than that.
Wow. Strong point.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, because the work people put in before the world knows them on a iconic or global level,
Mhm.
or anything like that. The work that they put in before that, you have
Nope.
you have no idea what that looks like.
Nope.
Some of them is instant in this age of internet,
Mhm.
but most have put in a lot of work.
Right.
Patience, just patience through it all. Ups and downs in the road, staying on the board,
Yeah.
staying on the board.
Mhm.
That's major.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Relationships, you know, you build them and you keep on building them. Uh, you know,
Hmm. So, is there a movie or a show that made you want to be an actor? Just thinking about maybe favorite TV show or something. I could do that.
um, I remember my mom and them. As I was a kid, always saying you would show off because I probably did everything I saw on television.
Oh yeah.
I could mimic voices and do all that kind of stuff relatively easy.
Impersonating things like that also.
Uh,
Voices or just acting people out like.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah, both.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, both.
Mhm.
When I'm in mode, I can go character mode.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
most people don't know how silly I can be.
Right.
Everybody usually looks at me as a pretty serious person.
Mhm.
Um, you know,
Have you done comedy before this film?
you know what's funny? People say no, I haven't,
You
but
haven't.
people say, yo, you should do some stand up. People tell me that all of the time. Like I get that all the time, like, but
Hard to be funny, man. It's so hard to be funny.
the thing is, I don't think I'm funny.
Right.
But I'll talk about a truth about something.
But you know, some of the greatest comedians out here are really not funny, but they portray funny so well.
I think it's
Like their
perspective.
stories are funny.
That
Like
part.
yeah.
Now I could tell a great story.
There you go. Right.
I can tell a great story.
Dave Chappelle. He is so great at telling a story on stage. But but he's funny. But
Yeah.
I mean, if you take the humor down and you just tell the story, so it can be done.
It's just the slant, how you see it. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
it can be done. So what advice would you give to an aspiring actor out here? Somebody that wants to get down with you. You know what? I want to be like you, Chris.
Uh,
Help him out.
I would tell you to believe in you.
Hmm.
First, believe in you when nobody else does. If that's something that you truly want to do, your dreams are your own, your goals are your own. You can't. Sorry, I thought this was off.
That's all right.
You can't. You can't fly with somebody else's wings, and nobody can fly with yours.
Hmm.
So,
Like that. Might have to write that down.
if you're meant to do that, then somebody told me once when I released a project back in the day, and I was taking a step out on faith. They said if Jesus had never stepped on water, how would he have known he could walk on it?
Hmm.
And I was like, wow.
Right.
So it's the same school of thought
Hmm.
that them wings. Take your flight.
Yeah.
Have a path. Don't just fly by the seat of your pants.
Hmm.
Keep your integrity about you. Don't compromise who you are morally.
Hmm.
Always learn. Be a student. Be a sponge.
Right. That's a very important fact right there.
Continue to learn. Like I still learn. Like
Hmm.
I learn when I'm watching TV. I'm in student mode.
Mhm.
I stay in student mode.
Right.
I love to go back and watch things and be like, how did I miss that?
Right. Right. Yeah.
I love that.
Yep.
Like, that lets me know that I'm still a student.
Same way.
Because I'll see something a million times, so that means you're constantly absorbing.
Hmm.
Don't stay static in any way, and just because you're amongst industry people doesn't mean that you're in the industry. Does that make sense to
Yes,
you?
it does.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You heard it here from the great one. Chris, I thank you so much for being a guest today on my show. It was fun catching up with you finally, bro.
I want to congratulate you on
thank you,
your
man.
show, bro.
Thank you.
I've seen it and I see the growth of it. And,
Thank you.
and, to God be the glory and progression of all things, bro.
Thank you so much, man. Y'all keep continuing to support these independent filmmakers out here. We are out here trying to be great, right? That's
Yes,
all
sir.
we ask for is watch our films and support our process. But yeah, thank you, Chris, once again. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is James Winborn for Chris Cream. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all next year. See y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.